facial expressions, do you agree that Kawhi is currently the best player in the world?
Hell no. Not even close to being the best player in the world. I mean, what do you expect Landry Shamet to say? Yeah, of course. Kawhi had an unbelievable last season, and yes, he can score the basketball. But the only thing that Kawhi can do better than LeBron James is defend. He can't score the basketball like LeBron. He can't rebound the ball like LeBron. He can't assist the ball like LeBron. He doesn't shoot a high. Here's Kawhi's numbers. Last year, Kawhi had a career year. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists on 46.9 shooting. LeBron James had an off year. 27 points, 8.5 rebounds, 8.3 assists on 51% shooting. An average year, an off year for LeBron James. And his off year was better than Kawhi Leonard's best year ever. And we're going to talk about the man better than LeBron. Really, Skip Bayless? I can't believe they fixed their mouth to say this. He can't run a team. He can't facilitate like LeBron James can. LeBron James can score at an elite level. LeBron James can pass the ball like Magic Johnson. Come on, Skip. Rebound. Come on, man. Y'all stop this. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. This is not to diminish Kawhi. Kawhi is great. Kawhi is unbelievable. But Kawhi is not a better player than LeBron James. He's not. He's just not. Kawhi didn't make anybody better, and he made Siakam better. No. Each game, there was somebody else stepping up. When Kawhi had an off game, Siakam would step up. Kawhi have an off game, then you got Kyle Lowry. Or you got Pau Gasol. Look, love Kawhi. Happy he's home. Happy finally he's where he wants to be. He's healthy, hopefully. But he's not a better player than LeBron James.
So, just for the record, the best player on this planet right here, right now, is Kevin Durant. But obviously he's hurt.
Stop
and
playing.
Probably, I'm not playing. I mean, it's just the God's truth. But obviously he's
out
of sight, out of mind. So I guess everybody, I don't think he retired, did he? I don't know. Did he quit? I'm not sure about that. But
he's not the best player, Skip.
So he is the best player. But given, if it just comes down to number 2, and I'm still not going to speak his name because he quit on my Spurs, and he will forever be number 2 to me. But comes down to number 2 versus the other guy who shares Staples Center, which is actually the Clippers' house now because they're the slightly better team.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that, Skip. It's not the Clippers' house.
So if it comes down to these 2 guys, that's what you have narrowed it down to, then clearly number 2 is now, as Landry Shamet said, the best player in the world. I don't know if is that different than best player on the planet, in the world? I don't know. I think they're the same thing. Shannon, I hate to tell you, but defense does play a big part of basketball because you have to be a two-way. You can't just be a one-way. And last year, LeBron was mostly a one-way player in a two-way game, right? Because for the regular season, LeBron ranked 95th in defensive win shares. I tell you what he was for the playoffs, but he didn't play in the playoffs. But number 2 in the playoffs, ranked 3rd in all the playoffs in defensive win shares because he's really a good defender. I used to tell you back in the San Antonio days, he's the best two-way player in basketball. And if you do weight defense at all, and I do, maybe like 60-40, if defense is 40% of basketball, then he's just better than LeBron because LeBron became a defensive liability. And all I know is that number 2 last year, he did beat the regular season MVP in the conference finals, Giannis, obviously. He had a lot of help in doing that, but he outplayed him and he beat him. And then he was the MVP of the NBA finals, so I can't take those 2 things away. And meanwhile, your guy was watching, or maybe he was reading scripts for Space Jam 2. I don't know what he was doing, but he missed the playoffs because in the games he played last year, he went 28 and 27 as a starter. So how can you're like living in the past if you don't give it up and give in to the new notion that number 2 is the best player on the planet?
Because I'm just looking at you. You tell me numbers. I mean, you tell me look at Tom Brady's numbers. What does the numbers say? The numbers say 31-41, and they won the game, right? Kawhi Leonard had a career year. Let that sink in. A career year. LeBron James, Skip Bayless, and a lot of others said LeBron James stepped off a cliff. And LeBron had more points, rebounds, and assists, and shot a high field goal percentage than Kawhi, who had a career year, who's what, 6 years younger than LeBron?
Okay.
Granted, I believe LeBron defensive numbers will pick up this year because he won't have the offensive load that he's had the previous 16 years. He won't need to have to try to get 8, 9, 10 rebounds a game because he has AD, JaVale, and Dwight Howard assisting the ball. Now, I believe those numbers will be on the uptick because I believe for the large part, Skip, whether he's listed as a point guard or not, that's unimportant to me. LeBron James is going to have the ball in his hand the majority of the time. And I believe his assist total will be at a career high. I believe he'll for the first time in his career, year 17, I do believe he'll average double digits in assists.
All I know is that even though it was just preseason game, man, number 2 looked happy last night. He looked dominant last night because he only played 11 minutes, scored 7 points, but he had 6 assists. He looked like he was really in the flow. And guess who got 3 of his assists? Big Zoo. Remember Big Zoo? Used to love him. He used to be a Laker. Magic just gave him away.
Yeah, but man, you know I love Zoo, Skip, and he was playing. You remember when they played the Nuggets at home? Big Zoo was giving it to him. LeBron was feeding him. He had a game, 20 points and like 8, 9 rebounds, was doing it. And I couldn't believe Magic gave him away. I love his game. Play with his back to the basket. He'll challenge you at the rim, rebound the ball. Yes, I think he can be a very good player. And yes, Kawhi's going to look another defender. You got 4 defenders right there because he's going to start. So you got Kawhi on one wing, got Paul George on the other. You got Pat Bev in the front end of the thing, and you got Zoob on the back end. So yeah, they're going to be a heck of a deep team defensively.
Yeah, and
but
don't
we got
forget
AD,
number 2.
we got Bron.
But number 2's PR man, Landry Shamet, right? Right? I think he hired him to do PR.
Exactly.
For him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the end,
we're going to see.
In the end, all that I have to sort of hang on to my last memories of LeBron James, and all I can reach back for last year was
don't do it, Skip.
I can't help myself because there was this blooper reel out there. I don't know where it came from, but can we just see it again? LeBron, you threw it off the back of the backboard. Come on, LeBron. Oh, wait a minute. Kuz just pushed him out to cover the 3-point shooter. Have you ever seen that before? I've never seen that happen before. LeBron, he's rolling the ball, and then he kicks it out of bounds. Come on, you're better than that. You're the best player on the planet. Wait a second. Mario Hezonja just blocked his last-second shot? Lord have mercy. Come on. That's all you had last year. Those are his highlights, right? Oh,
hold on. Man. So the man plays, so let me get this right. The man plays 55 games, averages over 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and you pick the 4 worst plays out of those 55 games and say, this is what your man has become.
There are actually 6 or 8 other ones, but we don't have time, and I don't want to pile on. I just narrow it down to those 4.
Yes, you do.
Because Mario Hezonja, oh, God. Now he's a trailblazer, so LeBron's going to see him more.
What about those triple dubs? You ain't put any of those. What about that 50-point, that virtuoso when he went on the road to Miami? What about what he did to the Nuggets?
28 and 27.
What he did?
Come on, Shannon. I'm sorry. You got to give it up because the Clippers clearly look to be a little better than the Lakers are right now, and it pains me to have to admit it. But,
we're gonna fight.
You know, if I can stoop to admitting it, you have to stoop to admitting it. Number 2 is the best player on the planet.
Guess what? We're going to get to find out in about 11 days. We're going to get to find out. All this bumping the gums ain't going to mean nothing because we're going to see. Kawhi going to have to see us.
Well,
somebody got to deal with AD.
Somebody's going to have to deal with Jen's Pelicans because that's must-see TV. Ooh, is that not going to be fun?
I can't wait.
Man, we're going to go down there and drink up all them smoothies at the Smoothie King Center.
Yeah.
We're going to drink up all them smoothies.
Come see it. Come on.
You know, at some point, fairly soon, maybe that kid named Zion will be challenging for best player on the planet. He just might.
He's well on his way.
He's on his way.
Skip, we can't be the best player on the planet for perpetuity. I mean, we just been the best player for the past decade. I mean, nobody's had a stretch this long. Nobody has had a stretch as long, a continuous stretch of being the best player on the planet like LeBron James. That's fact.
Okay, I'll give you that. And it means what? It means nothing because we're talking about right here, right now.
it means we about to get that title this year, right here, right now.
Okay. Maybe it means that LeBron's about to catch Michael B. Jordan as an actor. I don't know. That's
There you
about
go.
all he's going to
There
catch.
you go. There you go.